Hello everyone. In this session, I have taken up one of the most famous sonnets of William Shakespeare for analysis. It is sonnet number 18. Before going to the analysis of sonnet 18, let me tell what a sonnet is. A sonnet is a poem of 14 lines, and there are two types of sonnets. One is the Petrarchan sonnet and the other one is Shakespearean sonnet or Elizabethan sonnet. The Petrarchan sonnet is divided into two parts. The first part consists of 8 lines and the second part consists of 6 lines. And the Shakespearean or Elizabethan sonnet, it has 3 quatrains and a couplet, a final couplet. And now Shakespeare has written 154 sonnets addressed to a young friend of Shakespeare and to a dark lady. As this is universally accepted, we can say that sonnet 18 is addressed to a young friend of Shakespeare, a young man. So let us go into the sonnet, and he begins the sonnet with a question: shall I compare thee to a summer's day? And he begins the sonnet with a question which is also the title of the sonnet: shall I compare thee to a summer's day? So Shakespeare, he has a doubt whether he should compare his friend, the young man, to a summer's day. But in the very next line, he answers his question that he cannot do that, because he says that thou art more lovely and more temperate. So Shakespeare says that he could not compare his friend with a summer's day because his friend is more lovely than a summer's day, and also he is moderate because the summer season is mixture of extreme climates. He tells that in the next 2 lines, as rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Rough winds. So in the summer, we see the rough winds, the extreme, the storm, it is shaking off or it is destroying the buds during the spring season. And May month, the month of May is the spring season in England. So these heavy storms, they destroy the buds, newly formed buds of the spring season. And summer's lease hath all too short a day. So the poet has used the word lease. Lease means giving out something for rent. Now he uses the word lease because summer has taken for lease a particular time of the year, and also he feels that it is too short. Summer comes and goes off too quick, it is very fast. So he says that he cannot compare his friend to this rough climate and very short-lived summer. So in the next stanza, in the next quatrain, he says, sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines. So the eye of heaven here refers to the sun. The eye of heaven refers to the sun, and he says during summer sometimes the sun shines the extreme heat of the sun is not liked by everybody, so the eye of heaven here refers to the sun, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. He says the clouds that form in the sky, they dim the brightness. The sun shines, either the sun shines with all his might, or sometimes the dark clouds dims the brightness of the sun. And every fair sometime decline. So everything under the sun, whichever is fair and beautiful, is destined to come to an end, fades. Everything under the sun fades. It is all short-lived, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. So this decline happens accidentally or by the course of that is during the passage of time. The passage of time destroys and fades the beauty, everything or everybody under the sun. So in the next quatrain, but the eternal summer shall not fade. Now he tells about the beauty and youthfulness of his friend. He says the beauty and the youthfulness of his friend is eternal, not like the summer's day, because nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. So he assures his friend that his friend will not lose his beauty or youthfulness, what he owns, forever. He gives the reason for that. Nor shall death brag thou while wanderest in his shade. He says that death he cannot proudly proclaim for having taken away the youthfulness and beauty from his friend. So usually death brings an end to everything, but in this case, that is the poet's friend's case, it is different. The poet says that death cannot proudly say that he has brought an end to the beauty and youthfulness of his friend. When in eternal lines to time, then thou growest. So he says that his friend will live forever. His beauty, the youthfulness will be there. It is immortalized in his poetic lines. So thus Shakespeare says that he has immortalized the beauty and youthfulness of his friend in his poetic lines. So the next for the final couplet. The final couplet, usually in the sonnets, the final couplet gives the gist of the whole poem, and here he says, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see. So long as men can breathe, as long as the world exists and people breathe and as long as they are able to breathe and see, so long lives this. This here is a reference to the poem that the poet has written, and so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. So as long as the poetry is read, the beauty and youthfulness of the poet's friend also lives forever. In this way, he has immortalized the beauty and youthfulness of his friend. So let us take a complete look of the whole poem. Yes. So the sonnet 18, which is the title of the sonnet is, Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath on too short a day. So in the first 4 lines, the rhyming scheme is, the first line and the third line, they rhyme, day and May, and the second line and the fourth line, they rhyme. So the rhyme scheme here is AB and AB. And in the second 4 lines, second quatrain, again, date shines and declines, dimmed and untrimmed. So the rhyme scheme here is CD and CD. And in the third quatrain, fade and shade, and ovest and growest. So here the rhyme scheme is EF and EF. And the rhyme scheme in the last, the final couplet is G and G, because both are same sounding, that is C and D. So this is the rhyme scheme of all the Shakespeare's poems mostly, and he has written in iambic pentameters. Thank you.